Y'all help yourselves down there.
We first met Robert Brake Jr. on July 4th when he was searching for his parents, Robert and Joni Brake, along the Guadalupe River in Kerr County. It was a nightmare that began at 4:40 that morning.
My brother called me and said, hey, I went up to mom and dad's cabin because they never came down and all the cabins were gone. Everything was gone.
The Brake brothers searched the Guadalupe River.
My brother took a part of the river. I took another part. And as you went down to the middle of the river and it was 200 feet wide in some cases, there's these debris piles that are, 10, 12, 15 feet tall and, 70, 80 debris piles.
Their parents were found days later. The following week, they were buried, and now Brake says he has some time to think.
There's still something to be said about a siren system. That generation especially, they had defense warning systems. They grew up with that. So when you hear that, it automatically alerts them and makes them aware.
We know from physics that the most extreme rainfall, just in a warmer atmosphere, the air can hold more moisture. And so we're seeing that.
James Dosgallen is an associate professor at Rice University in Houston, which has seen its own catastrophic flooding. He's a member of the Severe Storm Prediction, Education, and Evacuations from Disaster Center. I asked him about the rising death toll.
We've continued to build and develop in places that we know are risky, and we haven't necessarily gone back to mitigate in places like Camp Mystic, where we knew that those camps were in places that were risk of flooding.
Meantime, Brake thanked Kerrville for all their help and hopes it doesn't happen again.
Before they rebuild in those areas where people lost their lives, I really sincerely hope that, the city and the county come together and put a pause or a halt to those permits and really understand how this went wrong.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and get the latest news by downloading the CBS Austin News app.